not as a disadvantage. Public goods and goods, let me start with one. Public goods and goods which left to itself the market will not produce. There are some goods which are called merit goods. Merit goods are goods like say your educational institutes, which the market will produce but not to the desired. The perfect example of public good is what? Is a lighthouse. Everyone uses the lighthouse. If one ship uses it, the other ships are not at a disadvantage. Yet, no ship will go and build the lighthouse. Then you have a merit good, which the market do not produce to the desired extent, like educational institutes. It does, but not fully. And third is a private good, which lets it so the market will produce. Now, externality. I give the example of aspirating information. Externality we know is like pollution. It involves a cost. And then the question comes up, how do we account for that externality? Whether the polluter pays, whether the person who is getting affected shares the cost. So, these are the conditions of the marketplace. Monopoly power, just give it a civil aviation sector is where monopoly power works. Nobody can just go and start a business. It's very, very costly to start a civil aviation business. And at the same time, once you are in it, you cannot just exit. It's very costly. Now, if you look at posture, if you go back to posture, then you will find that, okay, let's take the problem of, say, asymmetry. Let's take the problem of externality. Now, here you have a polluter, and here is the person who is affected. Will the efficient solution be reached in the two of them sit down and market? We do not know. We do not know because we do not know how the liability rules are in a given country. So therefore, the law which makes the rules of the game become very important. Take the example of roads. If there is an accident, the law can define that there will be full liability of the motorist. Or the law can define that there will be full liability on the pedestrian. In either case, the other party will exist. If the motorist knows that even if I hit, he is liable. He has to see and cross. And there are footbridges. So the motorist will be rash. If the pedestrian knows, then the pedestrian will just cross anywhere in his side, and he knows if he gets hit, he can hold the motorist ransom. So liability, so maybe partial liability here and partial liability there is the optimal solution. So you can do hardcore math and actually find that a partial liability is the optimal solution. This is example, this is where Law&Economics goes down into hardcore economics. Coming back to the example of this pollution. So therefore it becomes very important how rights are defined in the country. And if you go back to your Copenhagen talks and everything, it's very simple. It's about liability, and no one is willing to take the liability. Neither are the developed countries willing to take the liability of past pollution, nor are the developing countries ready to take the liability of future pollution. And getting them together to seek a bargain involves huge transaction costs. In a normal dispute, I can have a dispute with my neighbor over a boundary wall. Now, obviously, the efficiency without the mind. So that is when theoretically a person goes to court. So when you go to court, the assumption is the transaction cost of going to court is lower than the transaction cost of solving the dispute of innocence. Now we will go into complications a little later. Let us come back to what we were talking about. Now, there is a subfield called taking. This is the law which is there in most countries, which says that sometimes the main aim of law and economics is to evolve laws. Like I gave you the example of moving from a positive list to a negative list. Sometimes laws are evolved through economic analysis or the application of the scheme. Now, there is a law called taking. What does it mean? It means that the state has the right to take away any land, whether it is private or non-private, for public purpose. When I say public purpose, and this law is more or less there in everywhere. How it is implemented and how the law is framed differs from country to country. In India, it is very, very simple to take away land which is private under this clause for taking, whereby the law takes the land for public purpose. So I'm just trying to make a very boring subject little less boring. Do recall that we have had huge protests and rising about accidents. Okay. Also do recall that the Tatas were supposed to build a factory in Singapore for their nano cars. Can anyone tell me what the problem was? Recall and tell me what the problem was. Or whatever it was it right, was it wrong?
There was a violation in the farmer's land. The reason they were paid less.
They felt that they were paid less.
And you are not ready to give the land.
Now, do you